All right, friends, so today we're going to be continuing our hearts. And so last class we worked on drawing our patterns with our pencil first and then tracing on top of them with our Sharpie. So if you haven't finished tracing any of those patterns, go ahead and do that first. But in order to save us time to finish our patterns, instead of using our pencil first, we're gonna jump in and do them just with our marker. So we might not be able to erase any mistakes that you might make, but that's okay. We're just making our patterns that repeat. And so we're going to then just work on them straight with our black marker, our Sharpie, to help save us some time. Make sure that you're adding a different pattern in each section and that the patterns go all the way to the edge to help fill up that new shape. Once you have finished your patterns, you're going to go grab yourself a paintbrush and a paint mat, and you are going to start to paint on some tissue paper squares. So to do that, you're going to paint the paper first and work in small sections. So you can see I painted a little spot of the heart, and then I'm adding a couple pieces of tissue paper. Then I'm going to get my water and add more water back on top. So this is going to help them stick to your paper a little bit more and help extract that color onto your heart. Notice we don't want to touch the squares after we're done, after they've been on our paper. They have to stay there until they're dry. So I'm gonna work in small sections. So I'm doing one pattern section at a time, adding the water on the paper, then adding the tissue squares and water on top. And you're gonna repeat this step on your whole heart until you've covered the whole thing. And if you notice, I'm not adding any tissue squares into the background yet. I'm only adding them onto the heart. Work in small sections and make sure that you do not touch the tissue papers after you've painted them with water on top. Once you finish covering your entire heart with your squares, you are going to take it and put it on the drying rack for our squares to dry, for us to get back next class to either finish or add a background. Happy creating!